Today, I would like to talk about the book, The Future of Everything, which was written by Professor Mauro Guillen. It's a little difficult to pronounce. Actually, Professor Guillen is a professor at the Wharton School of University of Pennsylvania. Just he provided us very various informations and about our future. And also, he just analyzed how can I say, the impact on the future in terms of people and the technology. And he divided into 18 parts. One is, how can I say, birth rate, and the second one is the new power of the, how can I say, the aged people. And the third one is newly incoming the middle class. And the third one is like woman power. And the fifth is like the, how can I say, the development of city. And sixth is like AI, the technology. And the fifth is like a shared economy. Seventh is a shared economy, and eighth is how can I say? It's like digital token. First of all, the birth rate in the global is like the birth rate is becoming less and less. But comparatively, in Africa, in South Asia, such as India, their birth rate is comparatively is more than average. And therefore, just he told us that we should pay attention to the potential power of those countries, such as India, China, and Africa. And that is, I think, a very important fact. Now it's like our business should be more focused on such countries, because in terms of their potential power in the future. And the second one is like he's emphasized the power of the aged person. And this is quite interesting in the expressions. He told us gray is the new black. Gray means like the aged people. The someone's the age is going up, then people's hair will turn into the gray color. And for the young peoples, their hair color is black, and therefore gray is the new black, which means like the aged person can be the young people, which means like aged people will play a great role in the market, not only as consumer but also service provider. That is quite creative. Can I say as an opinion? And third one, the newly coming the middle class. such as YouTuber, etc. In this part, a little I have some difficulty understanding, and the fourth is he just the second sex no more. It means like the female will be more powerful class than men. Historically, it's like man is more richer, much richer than the woman, but in future, the trend will be changed. I guess the woman is more, how can I say, oriented to the digital era. And quite interesting is like, I just, we should pay attention to the point that the cities are more developed in the future, because I think the offline world, the cities are more, how can I say, convenient for the development in terms of online environment. And therefore, even if you think about just moving out into the rural area, but still you should have some kind of base camp in the city. Nowadays, in Korea, it's like the apartment in Seoul, the price is going up very rapidly. Everybody's concerned about it. But in my personal opinions, like, the price of the apartment in Seoul is not comparatively so high compared with the apartment in New York and Hong Kong and Taipei. About the 3.3 square meters in New York is around, how can I say, 10 billion, 1 billion, 1 billion Korean won. In Hong Kong, how can I, 700 million Korean won. In Taipei, 300 million Korean won. But in Korea, less than 100 million. And therefore, I think there is the possibility that in the special, in the highly, it's like populated part of the Seoul, very highly popular apartment in Seoul, the price will be going up. But this just this is my personal opinion. So maybe many of how can I say, people will criticize my opinions. But but I'm just in the line with the how can I say, the potential development of the city in future. I think the very how can I say, luxurious and very convenient apartment. Everybody prefers such kind of apartment. And also quite interesting is AI. AI is like everybody's concerned about the replacement of human being by the AI. But in part it's true, but he just emphasized on incorporation of the AI in the human beings' daily life and the business activities. I fully agree with him. We should know how to utilize AI in our private personal life and the business activities. For example, for personal life, as my it's like age is going up, I need someone who support me. In that regard, AI and robot will help me in terms of daily care. Maybe having some kind of conversation with me, and also something cleaning up the rooms, and etc. etc. And also business activities, and in the we don't have to hire many human beings, employees. Instead, maybe we utilized AIs. We can reduce the cost in the operation of our business, and therefore that is very important. And another one is shared economy. He just said it's like imagine no possession, and it means like everything should be shared. It just will reduce the cost in terms of operation of such kind of facilities, and we should be used to this kind of shared economy. That is inevitable. It is a trend. Otherwise, maybe we just behind the mainstream in the future. And the last one is he just mentioned about the digital tokens. He said the government is not friendly to the how can I digital currency, and therefore the currently Bitcoin and other digital currency cannot be the national digital currency, or the currency worldwide currency. But he just admit that it can be a kind can be the digital token, which will facilitate to conduct transaction and economies. And I think we should look at the Bitcoin or other digital currency in that perspective, and therefore also we should pay some attention to the digital currency as digital tokens, which facilitate to conduct transaction in the economy. Just I briefly read his book, and just I get some idea, and also his method of how can I say the analyzing the current phenomena, and I also impressed, and also is I think this is a very good book which we should very closely read. But it's basically for me it's like I usually get the information from the YouTuber, but unfortunately in YouTubers there are not many how can I say information about this book. Maybe there are several books, some kind of discussion. Maybe one of the so one of the videos is like Chinese professor just had an interview with him, and one of the American also have some interview with him. But other than that, I have some difficulty in to find out the useful informations. And but it's quite interesting thing is like the viewer for such program, such YouTube video, YouTube video, the viewers, the number of viewers comparatively is low, and the reason why I'm just making a point pointing about the number of viewers in Korea, this book is a little is popular, and many Korean YouTubers mention about this book, and therefore I'm also such kind of things makes me interested into this book. But in the world, on a worldwide basis, I have some difficulties finding out good contents or information about this book, or some kind of some dialogue or debate about this book. And therefore, I just try to explain about the books very briefly in English, and I would like to get some kind of information, or I have the chance to share with all or any of the people in any countries. And please give me some email or some kind of some comments to my opinions. Thank you so much.